Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and I am playing World of Warships right now, as if you couldn't tell by the World of Warships logo. And actually right now I will try to bring you a live game that I had with the aircraft carrier that I had just purchased well, it turned out pretty well, successful for me, and surprising even, because it's actually it's my first aircraft carrier mission that I am doing right now. And right after I bought my very first American carrier, Langley I think it is. And I'm just trying to grind it to get to better, higher tier carriers, obviously. And surprisingly, it turned out very well, although half the time I didn't know what I was doing. So let's see how that goes, shall we? Let's go right to the live stream thing. Hello everyone. I am well I'm playing my first carrier mission here. I just bought this Langley carrier, right? This Langley class carrier, and I am... Wow, this looks really nice, doesn't it? I am launching my 2 squadrons, as you can see right now, and you launch them by pressing F, and by default you have 2 squadrons here of fighters and torpedo bomber squadrons, I believe. And these are really old planes, because this is a very early carrier, I suppose, so you don't have things like the F6F Hellcats and TBD dive bombers and things like that. But well, as you can see right now, carrier gameplay really is, and it's kind of different from the rest of this World of Warships gameplay, where you're just motoring along the high seas in your, I don't know, battleships, I suppose, and you're just, trying to shoot the other guy, directly, and you're dealing with 1 or 2 ships per at a time. And, this aircraft carrier gameplay is a tabletop sort of thing. And let's see, what is this ship doing here? You can set up these bombing runs, torpedo runs, I mean, for your own ships, your own planes. And this is a nice view, isn't it? You can kind of go into third-person view by pressing shift, the shift key, and check out what your own ship or your own planes is doing. And you can even watch dogfights and, things like that. But my point is that this tabletop gameplay, is kind of RTS gameplay, it's very different from just battleship shooting and stuff like that, because here you have to think very tactically. You have to take into account the whole battlefield at once, and kind of have a plan of what you're going to do, and have a good outlook on what the enemy is doing, and try to stay ahead of them and plan your attacks accordingly. You can launch your, see right there, I just launched the torpedo bombers, and hilariously they all missed, because this was an automatic attack. Obviously you're not controlling these things, but well, I think it really happened because when I launched the attack, actually I clicked on the enemy, the target ship, a long time before my torpedo bombers were actually at the target, so they kind of were taking the the position of the ship from another time, so they completely missed the target, because they weren't aiming at the correct spot. But well, as you can see, you have your third-person view of the ship, and like I said, your planes. But uh, in this game mode, it's you must think very, very, tactically, and be very protective of your own aircraft carrier, and keep it behind the friendly lines. Try to be as protective of it as you can. And here I'm, as you can see, I set this zigzag pattern for my autopilot, for the ship autopilot, because I wanted to stay very well behind the front lines, and I want only the fighters and the bombers to take off and fly, hit the enemy ships, hit the enemy fighters, and obviously I don't want the enemy battleships or destroyers to get at my aircraft carrier, because my day will be all over just like that, if they put a few high explosive rounds into the deck. It's gonna start burning like a Roman candle, and so here you can see, you can set the waypoints for your squadrons by selecting 2 or 3, or if you have more squadrons, then you have button 4, and so on. But well, the point is that I don't think you can select more than one waypoint for your squadron. But here you can see, you can press on the, just click on the enemy squadron and tell your fighters to go and try to dispatch them. Or like this, where you want to, let's see, what is this ship here? It's the New York, right? Wow, look at that, that's a battleship. That looks something I want to attack. Put a few torpedoes through, if I can get there in time. I'm gonna wait for my squadron to get closer to this battleship, and when it does, I'm going to reposition my attack, see if I can click on it again to update, the position of the target, because, and you see, my problem with the beta right now is that the controls for the tabletop are a bit, well, they leave a lot to be desired right now. They're kind of clunky, because you're trying to zoom in and out, and half the time you're just mashing the controls. You press shift and you go into third person view, but then you move your mouse wheel in and out, and let's see, I hope this attack can work. Let's see, come on. They dropped the torpedoes. Oh, they dropped too close to the island. Oh, this is not gonna work. And yeah, no, it's not. Oh, well, it seems a torpedo actually hit. That's nice. Didn't actually get a kill with it, but that was too big a battleship to had too much health, I suppose. But well, as I was saying, you can, these guys are, my torpedo bombers are returning home right now to rearm and refuel. And, what I was saying was that right now, I think the controls for the map are a bit too clunky right now, well, I said you press shift to kind of go into third person view, and you can press M to go into this full map tabletop view, and set different waypoints for your aircraft carrier or your fighter squadrons attack and such. But I think the problem is that that's half the time, you don't know what control is for what. You can press shift and hope it's the right button. You can't zoom out all the way, you can't zoom in all the way. I hope they patch that. Wow, got another fighter kill right there. Nice. Look at that. Look at that aerial view right there. Another one. Wow. I'm stacking these guys in Just boxes and boxes of kills. Look at that. And meanwhile, this squadron is, let's see, it's waiting to take off in a couple of seconds now. And we press F to take off and set a waypoint and wait for that thing to, let's see, I'm gonna set a new waypoint here for this ship, and just in case, you know, there's you know, as I said, you have to be very, very protective of your aircraft carrier. You have to constantly keep in mind where it is, and if there is an enemy battleship or a destroyer behind friendly lines, because if there is, it's gonna give you a very, very bad day, you know. It's gonna light you up in a single hit, and then, you know, you don't have a lot of options. You can deploy your own torpedo or dive bombers and just try to, you know, hit the enemy as he's attacking you. You can try to, you know, just make him go away or even disable him a little bit. But other than that, there's not really much you can do, you know. I mean, it's a huge carrier, you know, you're just a sitting duck, and there's not going to be any, you know, probable defense against the destroyer. He's going to skate circles around you. I'm going to hopefully try to put my torpedo bombers here. See, this ship is getting pummeled already by that friendly guy here. Gonna see if they can deploy, and come on, deploy. Let's go into aerial view here and third person view. Nice, nice torpedoes. Seem to have a good run. I think one's gonna, no. Oh man, that just missed. Oh no, I was watching the other torpedoes. I think that one, did that one hit? No, I think that ship got destroyed before I got there. Wow, look at that. So pretty close. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this one. Pretty much pounded the enemy into oblivion. I'm gonna see if my fighters can knock out some more enemy planes here. And, you know, obviously your own fighters are, well, they're a very good offensive tool. You can shoot down enemy fighters, enemy dive bombers, you know, that's one way to protect your carrier. See, I already got a kill right there. You know, you can shoot down enemy dive bombers, hopefully before they can get to your own ship. Look at that, two fighters down. Nice, be like Count Dracula, Count Chocula on Sesame Street. Two pilots down. I should say fighters, I guess. But alright. Well, there's some more there. There's some more bad guys. No, I think I pressed F by mistake, did I? I don't think I wanted them to go home. Yeah, let's attack these guys. I'll try to attack at least. I think we've already won this round. It's pretty much a moot point, but we can score a couple more aerial kills, maybe because I started meanwhile these things already. See, because I started the game, the mission to take out several fighters and get a 50,000 point bonus, I mean XP bonus, so, you know, any fighters I take out are just a bonus here. And let's see how these guys do. Under attack, nice, scored yet another kill. Wow, look at that. I've never had this many, yeah, I'm gonna get the hell out of Dodge there until I get my fighters torn up to shreds. You know, I never had this much luck with the aerial kills before. And there it is. There it is, boys and girls. 17 fighters down, 1 torpedo hit, and the mission a success. I think that pretty much covers it, don't you?